Welcome everybody in this session. I am Dr. Nasrin Sultana Lovely, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Physiology, Moinamoti Medical College, Kumilla. 40 students still now added with me, only 40 students. Today, I will start new system. Today, I will start new system that is pancreas. Today, I will start new system, pancreas. Already, I think all items finished in your endocrinology card, only left pancreas. Adrenal gland, Dr. Sharmin ma'am will take adrenal gland, lecture of adrenal gland, and I will take endocrine pancreas, okay? Can you tell me serially the name of endocrine gland? Someone please tell me the name of endocrine gland, serially. একদম মাথা থেকে পা পর্যন্ত সিরিয়ালি এন্ডোক্রাইন গ্ল্যান্ডগুলির নাম একজন বলো তো দেখি। প্রথম গ্ল্যান্ডটার নাম কি? তানজিমুল প্লিজ। তানজিমুল আছো কিনা? তানজিমুল বলো। যে কেউ একজন বলো। সিরিয়ালি এন্ডোক্রাইন গ্ল্যান্ডগুলির নাম। প্রথম এন্ডোক্রাইন গ্ল্যান্ডের নাম কি? Do you know this? First endocrine gland কোনটা মেনশন করতে হবে?
hypothalamus.
Yes, hypothalamus. But hypothalamus এখানে কি এভাবে বলা যাবে? This is endocrine physiology. Hypothalamus, lot of words. But in case of endocrinology, hypothalamus এর কোন পোর্শনটা কাজ করবে? Endocrine portion of hypothalamus. You must have to mention here endocrine portion of hypothalamus. Always remember this point. This is very, very important things for Viva. ভাইভাতে শুধু হাইপোথ্যালামাস বললে হবে না, কি বলতে হবে? এন্ডোক্রাইন পোর্শন অফ হাইপোথ্যালামাস। দেন নেক্সট হচ্ছে কি? পিটুইটারি গ্ল্যান্ড। পিটুইটারি গ্ল্যান্ড। তারপরে থার্ড কি বলবে? থাইরয়েড গ্ল্যান্ড। ফোর্থ কি বলবে? প্যারাথাইরয়েড। 5 নম্বরে কি বলবে? 5 নম্বরে কি বলবে? তোমাদের সামনেই খোলা আছে, কি বলবে 5 নাম্বার? বুদ্ধি করে বলো।
থাইমাস।
থাইমাস বলবো না বেটা,
Endocrine pancreas.
এই যে দিয়ে, yes, very good. Endocrine portion of the pancreas, or এটার another name আছে islets of Langerhans. তোমার যদি মনে না থাকে তুমি বলো endocrine portion of pancreas, ঠিক আছে? আর স্পেসিফিক্যালি বলতে চাইলে বলতে হবে islets of Langerhans. 6 নম্বরে কি বলবো? 5টা বলা শেষ। 6 নম্বরে কি বলবো? adrenal gland, তাই না? adrenal gland. adrenal gland বলবো। নাম্বার 6। নাম্বার 7 কি বলবো আমরা? নাম্বার 7 কি বলবো? গোনাডস। গোনাডস মানে কি? ইন কেস অফ মেল হচ্ছে টেস্টিস, ইন কেস অফ ফিমেল ওভারি, ঠিক আছে? আর নাম্বার 8 নম্বরে বলবো প্লাসেন্টা ডিউরিং প্রেগন্যান্সি। সিরিয়ালি যদি আমরা বলি এক্সামিনার যে আজ জিজ্ঞেস করে তোমাকে সিরিয়ালি এন্ডোক্রাইন গ্ল্যান্ডগুলির নাম বলো, তাহলে শুরু করতে হবে এন্ডোক্রাইন পোর্শন অফ হাইপোথ্যালামাস দিয়ে এবং 8 নাম্বার শেষ করতে হবে প্লাসেন্টা ডিউরিং প্রেগন্যান্সি। এই 8টা তোমাকে সিরিয়ালি বলে যেতেই হবে, অন্যগুলি বলো কিংবা না বলো কিছু আসে যায় না, এই 8টা আমাকে মেনশন করতেই হবে, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে এই প্রথম কোশ্চেনটা আমি বলে দিলাম যে এন্ডোক্রাইন গ্ল্যান্ডগুলির নাম। Today we will start endocrine pancreas. I have mentioned here endocrine pancreas. That is, pancreas has two portions, exocrine portion and endocrine portion. Exocrine portion থেকে কি সিক্রেট হবে? প্যানক্রিয়াটিক এনজাইম গুলি, তাই না? প্যানক্রিয়াটিক জুস যেটা সিক্রেট হচ্ছে সেটা হচ্ছে এক্সোক্রাইন পোর্শন থেকে, আর এন্ডোক্রাইন পোর্শন থেকে সিক্রেট হচ্ছে হরমোন গুলি, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে প্যানক্রিয়াসটার কিন্তু টু পোর্শন, এক্সোক্রাইন এন্ড এন্ডোক্রাইন পোর্শন। টুডে উইল ডিসকাস অ্যাবাউট দ্য এন্ডোক্রাইন পোর্শন অফ দ্য প্যানক্রিয়াস. See here, this is item number 6, endocrinology, item number 6. The topics of item 6, hormones of islets of Langerhans of pancreas. Already I mentioned that endocrine portion of pancreas means islets of Langerhans. মানে islets মানে কি? islets হচ্ছে কতগুলি কিসের মতো বলো তো? উঁচু উঁচু কিসের মতন? জাস্ট উঁচু উঁচু চূড়ার মতো, তাই না? আচ্ছা, তাহলে hormones of islets of Langerhans functions mechanism of action, regulation of secretion, and disorders. Okay, let's go to the topics that we are going to study today. First things, first you have to know the anatomy of the pancreas. See that this is the figure of pancreas. See here, head. Below the head, there is one process. This is called uncinate process. Already you finished abdomen, so you know better than me this anatomy of pancreas. See here, below the head of the pancreas, there is one process. This is called uncinate process. See here, head, neck, body, and tail. This is the anatomical division of pancreas. Now, we are discussing about the islets of Langerhans of pancreas. Islets of Langerhans. See the physiologic anatomy of islets of Langerhans of the pancreas. This figure I have taken from your textbook Guyton. Guyton, 13th edition Guyton. See, this is the figure of only islets, that is endocrine portion. I am focusing you endocrine portion of the pancreas. See here, there are how many cells in the see here, this is islets of Langerhans. This is the islets of, that is middle portion centrally placed islets of Langerhans, and these are the pancreatic acini. Peripherally, this is pancreatic acini, that is the exocrine portion, that is maximum portion of the pancreas. Maximum portion of pancreas is exocrine portion. Only minimum portion is endocrine portion. See here. And pancreatic acini, this is exocrine portion. This is with duct. They secrete their enzymes within the duct. Okay. Secretion of hormones, that is from islets of Langerhans. This is ductless. Without duct, directly hormones secreted into the blood. See here, how many cells present in the islets of Langerhans? Alpha cell, beta cell, delta cell. There are 3 cells identified here. See here, beta cell, alpha cell, delta cell. These cells are present in the islets of Langerhans, that is endocrine portion of pancreas. And this is rich in blood supply, that is capillary network. দেখো অনেক red blood cells here, capillary network, rich in blood supply. This pancreas is highly vascularized organ. Now, physiologic anatomy of the pancreas. See, the pancreas is composed of 2 major types of tissue. Already mentioned that exocrine portion, that is the acini or exocrine portion, makes up 80% of the gland. Already mentioned this, that maximum portion of the pancreas is constituted by exocrine portion, that is 80% of the gland makes up by exocrine portion, that is called or acini, and secretes digestive juices into the duodenum, that is pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice secretes into the duodenum. Now see here, the islets of Langerhans, that is now endocrine portion, makes up only 2% of volume of the gland and secretes insulin and glucagon directly into the blood. Maximum portion constituted by exocrine portion, only 2%. Only 2% is constitution occurs by endocrine portion. That is 80% by 80% exocrine portion, only 2% by endocrine portion. So what about the remaining portion, that is 18% left? You have to make up here 100%. You mentioned here 80% by exocrine portion, 2% by endocrine portion, and what about the remaining 18%? Remaining 18% means ducts and blood vessel. Remember this point. This is very important MCQ question. Remaining 18%, 18 ভাগ, তুমি 80 ভাগ বলেছো, 2 ভাগ বলেছো, তাহলে কত হলো? 82। তাহলে টোটাল আরো বাকি আছে কত? 18। এই 18% কি তৈরি করে? Duct and blood vessel of the pancreas, that make up the remainder portion of the pancreas, total 100%. So 80% by exocrine portion, 2% by endocrine portion, and remaining 18% constitutes duct and blood vessel that make up the remainder portion of the pancreas. Okay, do you understand this point? Now, these islets, where these islets of Langerhans are located, the islets are scattered throughout the pancreas, although they are more plentiful in the tail than in the body and head. This is very much important MCQ question. Where islets of Langerhans, that is endocrine portion of the pancreas, this is the islets. These islets are where? More plentiful in the tail. This is very, very important MCQ question. Several times this MCQ question came in first prof exam. Islets are more plentiful in the tail than in the body and head. This is very important MCQ question. Next, human pancreas has 1 to 2 million islets of Langerhans. That is number of islets of Langerhans in pancreas, 1 to 2 million. This is also very important MCQ question. The human pancreas has 1 to 2 million islets of Langerhans and organized around small capillaries each of the secretion hormone. Already you know that very well that exocrine secretion is created through the acini, that is with duct, that is enzyme secretion, digestive juice secretion occurs through the duct, but hormone secretion always occurs without ductless, that is without duct, that is directly hormone production occurs within the cell and secreted directly into the blood, that is disposed of the blood directly. So see, and it is always surrounded by the small capillaries. Already I mentioned that this is highly vascularized organ. That is, see here, red color portion, that is capillaries, surrounded by these cells are surrounded by small capillaries. And 1 to 2 million islets of Langerhans present in the pancreas. This is very important MCQ. So what I have mentioned now, first thing you have to mention, you have to remember here one thing, that is, and pancreas has two portion, exocrine portion and endocrine portion. Exocrine portion constitute 80% of the gland, 80%. 2%, only 2% constitutes endocrine portion. Remaining duct and blood vessel constitute the remaining 18% of the gland, total 100%. Okay, if you do summation here, you can get here 100%. Okay, a number of islets of Langerhans in the pancreas 1 to 2 million, and these islets of Langerhans, these islets are scattered throughout the pancreas, but they are more plentiful where? In the tail than in the body and head. This is the most important point. This is the, again I am showing you the figure of islets of Langerhans. Only pancreatic islets, that is I am showing here only the endocrine portion of pancreas. See here, I have mentioned already 3 types of cell here, but actually there are 4 types of cell present in pancreatic islets. See here, alpha cell, another name is A cell. Alpha cells, another name is A cell. Alpha cells secrete glucagon. Beta cells, another name B cell. B cell secretes mainly insulin and also amylin. Also it can secrete another type of hormone, amylin, mainly insulin. D cell secretes somatostatin. D cell or delta cell. D cells or delta cell secretes somatostatin. F cell secretes pancreatic polypeptide. See here location of alpha cell. See here peripherally. See here alpha cell or A cell located just peripherally. See here B cell, beta cells or B cell. This is placed in the centrally. B means beautiful cell. These beautiful cells always located in the central portion of the islets of Langerhans. Now D cell also surrounding the B cell. See, D cell secretes somatostatin, and F cell, that is there is not so much plentiful, that is fewer F cell present in the peripheral region. This cell secretes pancreatic polypeptide. Now, this slide I have taken from South Asian Edition Guidon. This box I have taken from there. Beta cell or B cell secrete how much? 60%. Beta cells or B cells secrete how much? 60% insulin. But in Ganong, in review book Ganong, it is mentioned as 60 to 75%. Please write down, students, here. According to Guyton, beta cell or B cell secretes 60% insulin, but according to Ganong, it is mentioned as 60 to 70%. Please write down this point. Ganong, it is mentioned as 60 to 75%. Now, alpha cell, that is alpha cell or A cell secrete 25% glucagon, 25% glucagon, but in Ganong, it is mentioned as 20%. 20%. Ganong এটা কতটুকু আছে? 20%. Delta cell or D cell. Delta cell or D cell, 10% secrete somatostatin. 10% secrete somatostatin. PP cell or F cell. PP cell or F cell secrete 5% pancreatic polypeptide or less. 5% or less amount. Some book it is mentioned as less amount, and in your Guyton it is mentioned as 5%. So this is very important MCQ and Viva question. Beta cell secretes how much? 60% or 60 to 70% insulin. Alpha cell or A cell secrete 20 or 25% glucagon. Delta cell or D cell secrete 10% somatostatin. PP cell or F cell secrete 5% or less amount pancreatic polypeptide. Do you understand? This slide very, very important for your written, Viva and MCQ question. Please remember this thing and listen to me very carefully. Which cell secrete how much hormones? This is very, very important question. Beta cell or B cell secrete 60% or 60 to 75%. Alpha cell or A cell secrete 20 to 25% glucagon. Delta cell or D cell secrete 10% somatostatin. PP cell or F cell secrete 5% or less amount pancreatic polypeptide. I think everybody understood this point. Now, for MCQ purpose, from Guyton I have taken this. Insulin inhibits glucagon secretion. Amylin inhibits insulin secretion, and somatostatin inhibits the secretion of both insulin and glucagon. This is very important for your MCQ exam. So please write down, everybody. Insulin inhibits glucagon secretion. Amylin inhibits insulin secretion, and somatostatin inhibits the secretion of both insulin and glucagon. Somatostatin. I want to say something about somatostatin. Another name of somatostatin is what? Another name of somatostatin is growth hormone inhibitory hormone. Growth hormone inhibitory hormone. Somatostatin. Another name of somatostatin কি বলা হয়? This is Viva question. Another name of somatostatin. 58 student আমার সাথে এখন জয়েন করেছো 58 স্টুডেন্ট। এই যে সোমাটোস্টেটিনটাকে আমরা আরেকটা নাম জিজ্ঞেস করি ভাইভাতে, যে আরেকটা কি নামে তুমি ডাকতে পারো সোমাটোস্টেটিনকে? গ্রোথ হরমোন inhibitory hormone. কেন? Because the chemical structure of somatostatin and growth hormone inhibitory hormone is similar. Growth hormone inhibitory hormone এর যে chemical structureটা আর somatostatin এর chemical structureটা কি? একই রকম. That's why somatostatin can call growth hormone inhibitory hormone. Do you understand here? বুঝতে কি পেরেছো? কেন সোমাটোস্টেটিনকে আমরা গ্রোথ হরমোন ইনহিবিটরি হরমোন বলতে পারি? Due to same chemical structure. Now, next. Okay, sorry for interruption. Next slide. Insulin. One by one, we'll discuss the hormone of endocrine portion of pancreas, that is islets of Langerhans. First hormone and very important hormone is insulin. Insulin is the most important hormone controlling plasma glucose concentration. Insulin. Why insulin is very much important? Because insulin is the most important hormone controlling plasma glucose concentration. তাহলে বডির ব্লাড প্লাজমা গ্লুকোজ কনসেন্ট্রেশন কে রেগুলেশন করে? মেইনলি হচ্ছে ইনসুলিন. Insulin is the most important important hormone controlling plasma glucose concentration. So it is the principal anabolic hormone of the body, and it is called hormone of abundance. Hormone of abundance. তাহলে আমরা ইনসুলিনকে কি বলতে পারি? ইনসুলিনকে বলতে পারি ইনসুলিন হচ্ছে প্রিন্সিপাল অ্যানাবলিক হরমোন অফ দ্য বডি। মানে কি অ্যানাবলিজম মানে কি সবকিছু গড়া, তাই না? ভাঙ্গা তার কাজ না। ইনসুলিন কি করবে? বডির সবকিছুকে গড়বে, মানে সিনথেসাইজ করে। তাহলে ইট ইজ দ্য প্রিন্সিপাল অ্যানাবলিক হরমোন অফ দ্য বডি এন্ড ইট ইজ কল্ড হরমোন অফ অ্যাবান্ডেন্স। মানে হিউজ নাম্বার অফ ইনসুলিন কি হয়? রিলিজ হয় ইন দ্য ব্লাড। তাহলে দেখা যাচ্ছে যে ইনসুলিনটাকে আমরা এখানে, দিস ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট এমসিকিউ কোশ্চেন, insulin is principal anabolic hormone of the body and it is called hormone of abundance. Please remember this point here. This is very important thing. Insulin is anabolic hormone. I am saying here insulin is anabolic hormone because it increasing the storage of glucose, fatty acid and amino acid. Insulin ta ki kore? Anabolic hormone kore. It increases the storage of glucose, fatty acid and amino acid. On the other hand, glucagon. When we will discuss glucagon, you will find that glucagon is catabolic. Glucagon is catabolic hormone and it mobilizing glucose, fatty acid and amino acid from the store into the bloodstream. তাহলে দেখো just anti action. তাহলে ইনসুলিনের anti কাজটা কে করে? অপোজিট অ্যাকশনটা করবে গ্লুকাগন। গ্লুকাগন always do opposite action of insulin. Insulin is anabolic hormone. It increasing the storage of glucose, fatty acid, amino acid. But on the other hand, glucagon is catabolic hormone and it mobilizing glucose, fatty acid, amino acid from the store into the bloodstream. This is very important thing. Now see history of insulin. ইনসুলিনের হিস্ট্রিটা কি বলবো আমরা? দেখো হিস্ট্রিটা যদি এক নজর আমরা দেখি, Canadian scientist in 1921 Frederick G. Banting and Charles H. Best. তাহলে Banting and Best তারা কি করে? First they discovered insulin. কোথায়? From where? From they extracted insulin from the dog's pancreas. তারা দেখো এই যে কুকুরের প্যানক্রিয়াস থেকে প্রথম এক্সট্রাক্ট করে ইনসুলিনকে। তাহলে Canadian scientist in 1921 কি হয়? Banting and Best they togetherly discovered extracted insulin from dog's pancreas. তারা কুকুরের প্যানক্রিয়াস থেকে ইনসুলিনটাকে তারা ডিসকভার্ড করে। Now, structure of insulin. This is very, very important MCQ question. Several times from this slide, MCQ question came. Structure of insulin. Structure ta khubi important. See here, insulin structure. Insulin, of course, it is a polypeptide hormone that is protein in nature. তাহলে insulin টার first point হচ্ছে কি? Polypeptide hormone, that is protein hormone. কয়টা amino acid থাকে? How many amino acid present here? 51. This is very important MCQ question. 51 amino acid and it has got two chain, A chain and B chain. See here in the figure, A chain and B chain. Two chain. Here already mentioned 3 chain, but A and B chain. I am mentioning A chain and B chain, C chain. Another thing I will discuss with you another slide, but always remember in case of insulin it is consist of mainly 2 chains. A chain that is 21 amino acid and B chain 30 amino acid, total 51 amino acid. These A chain and B chain linked together by 2 disulfide bridges. See here, 2 disulfide bridges. See here, disulfide bridges. That is, they are connected. A chain and B chain connected with sulfide bridges. Disulfide bridges. Human insulin has a molecular weight of 5,808. Okay, again I am repeating here, structure of insulin. First point, insulin is a peptide, polypeptide hormone, that is protein hormone. Second thing, how many amino acid here present here? 51 amino acid. It has 2 chains, A chain and B chain. A chain consists 21 amino acid and B chain consists 30 amino acid, total 51. And this A chain and B chain linked together by 2 disulfide bridge. See here in the figure, two disulfide bridges. Human insulin has molecular weight of 5,808. This is very important slide for MCQ exam. Now, well visualized figure here. See here, A chain. This is 3 chain here, 3 chain, but initially it was 3 chain, but then insulin got 2 chain, A chain and B chain, that connected with the disulfide bridge. But initially there are 3 chain, A chain, B chain and C chain. There are another type of chain present here, C chain, but it cleaved, মানে কি ভেঙে যায়, সি চেইনটা ভেঙে যায়, এই সি চেইনটা ক্লিভেজ হয়ে যায় বলে এটার নাম সি পেপটাইড। ঠিক আছে, I will discuss this, see what is C peptide or C chain. Now see the figure of insulin. Now sources of insulin, from where this insulin naturally insulin is synthesized by B cell or beta cells of islets of Langerhans. Already you know that beta cell or B cells of islets of Langerhans secreted insulin. This is natural source, but artificially we can produce insulin also. কারণ কি, যারা ডায়াবেটিক পেশেন্ট আমরা ইনসুলিন ইনজেকশন দিচ্ছি, কোথা থেকে দিচ্ছি? অফকোর্স এগুলি কি আমরা ল্যাবে তৈরি করি, তাই না? আর্টিফিশিয়ালি। কিভাবে? ইনসুলিন ইজ প্রডিউসড ইন ব্যাকটেরিয়া ইস্কেরিশিয়া কোলাই, দ্যাট ইজ ই কোলাই। নেম ইজ ফুললি ইলাবোরেট নেম হচ্ছে ইস্কেরিশিয়া কোলাই। ইট ইজ ওয়ান টাইপ অফ ব্যাকটেরিয়া। তাহলে ইনসুলিন ইজ প্রডিউসড ইন ব্যাকটেরিয়া ইস্কেরিশিয়া কোলাই বাই রিকম্বিনেন্ট ডিএনএ টেকনোলজি। এটা হচ্ছে কি জেনেটিক ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং করে আমরা ইস্কেরিশিয়া কোলাইয়ের মাঝে আমরা কি তৈরি করতে পারি? ইনসুলিন তৈরি করি, তাই না? ইনসুলিনটা প্রডিউস করতে পারি in bacteria, that is E. coli, by recombinant DNA technology, that is by genetic engineering এর মাধ্যমে আমরা কাজটা করতে পারি। আচ্ছা, ইনসুলিনের জিনটা কোথায় থাকে? This is one type of MCQ question. It may come in your exam, যে where the gene of insulin is located. ইনসুলিনের জিনটা কোথায় লোকেটেড থাকে? তাহলে gene of insulin, please write down everybody. Gene of insulin located in the short arm of chromosome 11. Everybody write down this point, where the gene of insulin is located. Gene of insulin is located in the short arm of chromosome 11. In the short arm of chromosome 11. What is gene? Gene হচ্ছে কি পার্ট অফ ডিএনএ মলিকিউল, তাই না? জিন মানে কি ডিএনএরই অংশ। তাহলে এই যে ইনসুলিনের জন্য যে জিনটা কোথায় লোকেটেড থাকে in the short arm of chromosome 11. This is one type of MCQ question. 11তম ক্রোমোজোমের মাঝে এই ইনসুলিনের জিনটা থাকে। ঠিক আছে, gene of chromosome located in the short arm of chromosome 11. Now, biosynthesis of insulin. Biosynthesis of insulin. কিভাবে ইনসুলিনটা আমরা তৈরি করি? Always remember that insulin first started pre-pro-insulin, then pro-insulin, then final production is insulin. Always remember this point. Pre-pro-insulin, then pro-insulin, then insulin. See here, first synthesis of pro-insulin, then conversion of pro-insulin to pro-insulin, pre-pro-insulin to pro-insulin, then conversion of pro-insulin to insulin. That is 3 things. Pre-pro-insulin, then pro-insulin, then final product is insulin. Always remember this thing. Elaborately, I have given this slide here elaborately from your textbook guide on biosynthesis. This is written question, SCQ question. Write down the biosynthesis, steps of biosynthesis of insulin. See here, first point, insulin is synthesized in the rough endoplasmic reticulum of the beta cells as pre-pro-insulin. As you know that all protein is synthesized by, from where? Rough endoplasmic reticulum. When ribosome is attached with endoplasmic reticulum, this is termed as rough endoplasmic reticulum. And what is the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum? Obviously, protein synthesis. So, as we know that insulin is protein hormone, of course, it should be synthesized by rough endoplasmic reticulum of the beta cells or B cells of the pancreas as a first step pre-pro-insulin. Now, this pre-pro-insulin then cleaved in the endoplasmic reticulum to form a pro-insulin. Within the endoplasmic reticulum, now this pre-pro-insulin is converted to proinsulin. Then it is transported. After this conversion, then this product is transported to the Golgi apparatus. And further clipped to form insulin and a connecting peptide. Already mentioned that initially there are 3 chains, A, B, and C chain, but when it converted to pre-proinsulin to proinsulin in the Golgi apparatus, that time it is divided. A and B chain connected with the disulfide bridge, but C chain is clipped. C chain is divided from the A and B chain. See here, it is transported in the Golgi apparatus and further clipped, that is further converted to form insulin and a connecting peptide. That is insulin and connecting peptide. They form insulin and connecting peptide, that is C peptide, C chain, that is C peptide. See here, then it is packaged in the secretory granules, that is after formation of insulin and C peptide, they now packaged in the secretory granules and secreted when needed. So first step of insulin production, or of course in the rough endoplasmic reticulum as pre-proinsulin. Then this pre-proinsulin is converted to proinsulin within the endoplasmic reticulum. Then this proinsulin is transported towards the Golgi apparatus, and in Golgi apparatus final product of insulin and C peptide is produced, and it is packaged in the secretory granules and secreted whenever body is needed. Normally, this is very important point and very important MCQ question also. Normally, how much insulin and C peptide is released? See here, 90 to 97% of the product released from the B cells is insulin along with an equimolar amount of C peptide. Always remember one point here, insulin and C peptide always released from the B cells equal amount. That's why I'm mentioning here equimolar. Equal amount of insulin and C peptide is released from the B cell or beta cells of pancreas, and resting portion, that is 5 to 10% portion secreted as proinsulin, which is biologically inactive. That is, all proinsulin is never converted to insulin. তাহলে আমরা এখানে বলেছিলাম যে ইনসুলিনটা step of insulin production, যে proinsulin is in the Golgi apparatus, the proinsulin is converted to insulin, but all proinsulin is not converted to insulin. Some portion remain constant. There is only 90 to 97% is converted to insulin and they secreted with C peptide, but 5 to 10% remain as proinsulin and they secreted as proinsulin, and then this proinsulin remains biologically inactive. The secreted proinsulin is biologically inactive, but active is insulin. See here in the figure, this is the last slide. See here, first initially A chain, this is A chain, this is B chain, and this is C chain. Then finally whenever insulin production occur, this C chain is now cleaved, that is divided. Eta bhenge jay, it is break down from the A chain. A chain theke ki hoy dekho, this is A chain. This C chain finally break down from the A chain and divided. This is called C peptide. This insulin and C peptide is the final product, that is within the secretory granule. The final product is insulin and C peptide, which is released equal amount, that is equimolar amount of insulin and C peptide is released from the beta cells of the pancreas, but this is secreted only 92, that is maximum portion, 92, 97% insulin and C peptide, equal amount of insulin and C peptide released from the beta cells of pancreas, and 5 to 10% secreted as proinsulin. This proinsulin and C peptide, remember this point, please listen to me very carefully here. This proinsulin and C peptide is biologically inactive. Only active is insulin. Okay, that's all from me today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.